Good morning, everyone. So, first of all, I would like to introduce myself. I am Jocelyn Misi Olila from BID 4A, and today's video I will going to talk all about the learning episode 13 of FS2, the utilizing application or apps for teaching and learning. Okay, so before we start, let's have these objectives. So at the end of this learning episode, the students must be able to select applications that are most appropriate to the different aspect of the teaching learning process to address learning goals. Show skills in the positive use of applications for student engagement in teaching and learning, and demonstrate positive attitude towards the use of technology tools, and lastly is the use professional reflection and learning to improve practice. Okay, so to start, an app is a shorter way of saying application is a kind of software which can be installed in various gadgets. So we have a lots or a thousands of gadgets that we use for our everyday or for entertainment. But also there are apps that are directly useful for teaching and learning, which can be referred to as educational apps. Okay? So we have this application. It's not only for entertainment, as what I said earlier, and it's not only for everyday use, but we have also an educational apps that we use in teaching process. Okay, so next, it is the use of apps can make the teaching learning process effective, efficient, and equally important, and more fun and satisfying for both the teacher and students. So the teacher can use apps in different stages of planning, preparation, implementation, and assessment. So using the app, the teacher can easily work and easily plan and implement the preparation and also the assessment to use or to measure the students' performances. So the teacher can also use the applications in teaching process. He can also or she can also use the applications in measuring the performance of her students. Okay, so there is a lot of importances and essentials when it comes in using applications in education. Okay, so here I will show you or share to you a model that is an excellent guide for choosing appropriate applications in teaching process. So this is the pedagogy wheel model of Dr. Alan Carrington. So, okay, as what I said earlier, this is an excellent guide for choosing applications to enhance teaching and learning. Okay, and the app selections considers what attributes the students will develop. So, what the students can contribute to the development, student motivation, tapping higher order thinking skills as articulated in Bloom's taxonomy. Okay, in the next slide, you can see the whole pedagogy wheel model of Alan Carrington. As you can see in the center, there is the skills articulated in Bloom's taxonomy. We have the remembering, understand, create, apply, analyze, and evaluate. So each skills have specific applications that you can use in choosing appropriate application in your teaching. So as you can see, the create have the specific application, the remembering, understanding, apply, analyze, and evaluate. So that is the pedagogy wheel of Alan Carrington. So next we have the level the app will be used in the SAMR model. So what is SAMR model? So this model will help educators to think about the role of technology in supporting the learning. So we have the S, substitution, that technology acts as a direct substitute with no functional charge. or change. Okay, and then A, we have the augmentation that acts as a direct substitute with functional improvement. And M, the modification allows for significant task redesign. And last, we have the R for redefinition, which allows for the creation of new tasks previously inconceivable. So that is the SAMR model. Also, this model will help the educators to think about the role of technology that they are using in supporting their teaching learning. Okay, so we have also here the Apple. So the Apple gave a set of 4 criteria in selecting apps for teaching. So the set of criteria includes development, appropriateness, motivation, instructional design, and motivation and accessibility. So this criteria should the teacher know, because this will lead to them the appropriate applications that they can use in teaching process. Okay? So next, okay, here I will share to you the art of choosing apps for teachers. It is also related in the previous slides, the 4 criteria. Okay, so first we have the developmental appropriateness. So in choosing application, you should know the appropriateness of applications to your students. So you would first ask yourself, is the app's content appropriate for the intended age group? So is the apps is appropriate sa edad ng iyong students? And then, does it have an age-appropriate interface, or does the design appeal to the intended level? So, if the design of the application appropriate ba sa intended level ng students mo? Okay? So, also we have the engagement, instructional design, accessibility, and motivation. So, first, let's have engagement first. So, engagement. In choosing application, you should ask yourself first, does the app have an intuitive interface? Is it user-friendly, especially if you have, or if you the teacher, if you are teaching in primary level, the app should be friendly, okay? Because your students is children, okay? And then, does the app open new ways to learn? Next, instructional materials. Yeah. So, does the app support your teaching goals? Does it meet students' learning expectations? Okay, you should know first that the application you are using should help you to meet the students' learning expectation. And then, does it include interactive features that allows for feedback, assessment, and reflection? So that is the most important in choosing instructional materials using applications. Then, motivation. Is the app's content inviting and relevant for the intended grade level? Okay, and then, does it include gaming principles and motivating methods? Does it help students connect learning with real life or world experiences? Yung mga authentic experiences or real life world experiences, kailangan it is also connected to the students. Okay, and then, accessibility. Does the app have multiple learning strategies? And does the app include personalization features? And does the app include a range of levels for a variety of users with different skills levels? So, in choosing application, make sure that your students can access, okay, they can access to the applications that you are using in your teaching process. So, those are the 4 criteria that we should know in choosing appropriate applications that will help in our teaching learning process. Okay? So, in summary, an app is a kind of a software which can be installed in various gadgets. Okay? and it can also be used in teaching to have effective learning process. And of course, to have effective learning process, your application should be appropriate in your grade level or intended learners. And we can use pedagogy wheel model to be your excellent guide for choosing applications to enhance teaching and learning. And then the developmental appropriateness, we have the four: the engagement, instructional materials, motivation, and accessibility. We should always remember those developmental appropriateness, or the appropriate applications that we can use in our teaching learning process. Okay, so that's all for my discussions. I hope that you understand this topic, and God bless.